How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I'm the owner and driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our May monthly update racing video. You see here we got a new background, new location. We just finally moved all of our equipment up from High Point, North Carolina to our new place up here in Hopewell, Virginia. We've been talking about it over the last few videos, the last couple months that we were expecting to move, and we finally got all the stuff moved up here. We'll show a little bit more of this mess here in a minute, but first I want to talk about sponsorship. Looks like we are hopefully announcing a new primary sponsor within the next video or not. And let me apologize for a little bit of background noise as usual. The kids are out here playing around. But going back to the sponsorship, so yeah, we're looking at hopefully announcing either on the June monthly update video or following a new primary sponsor. Of course, we still have Tibby Gyms as a secondary sponsor. I want to thank them for their continued support. Tibby Gyms is an online sales business that provides cheap gemstones and cheap settings you buy separately, mainly for do-it-yourselfers working from home that want to kind of customize their own products a little bit. I'll provide a link to that website down below. We are still looking for any associate sponsors, so if anybody's interested in coming on board and getting increased brand awareness, we'll be glad to help you get more exposure for your brand. And always remember that when you are sponsored with our race team, you're not just putting your name on our go-kart or on our trailer. You are also considered a member of the team. So with all that being said, let's talk about this mess here in our storage shed a little bit. Really, what's happened here is we moved in here a few weeks ago and basically unloaded and have really just kind of thrown everything in here. I've already had to dig through some of these boxes trying to find the clutch. It's just kind of the deal when you're moving. You just kind of got to unload the U-Haul, throw everything in the storage shed, and work through it as quickly as you can. Where I can show you we made progress, which we'll go ahead, now that the rain is picking up, we'll go ahead and transfer to the inside. Below, if you'll follow me, and we'll try to get these kids to follow along too. Come on inside, Ty. Inside. Come on in, Ted. Come on in, Ted. Sorry for that. That's just part of having kids in the background of the video. But enjoy having the kids in it. So this is, we may be hearing some echo noise in the background, but you know this new place is kind of echoey. So if it's being picked up in the camera, I do apologize for that. But this is where we're keeping the go-kart. It's also my office area, so you see a desk here in the background where I can gather my notes together in any videos that I need to help assist with when I'm working on the go-kart. It's kind of nice being indoors, nice clean area. I promised Malou that if I keep the go-kart here inside the house, that I'll keep it like a professional race shop where we keep it clean. It's still a little bit dusty, so we still got some more cleaning work to do, and you see there's still some more along that wall and along this wall, still some more unpacking stuff to do, but pretty cool to have the go-kart right in here. But yeah, this is basically where we're going to be mainly shooting from now on with all the work we have going on. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the things that we have gone. I have been getting the ball moving a little bit more on the go-kart, trying to get it ready to race. So just within the last few days, got quite a bit accomplished. So let's go ahead and hit the notes and talk about that stuff. So first we got on the list is we got the steering installed, the steering yoke, which is this piece right here. So now we're considering that installed. We've also attached the tie rods. I'm not considering them installed because we still got to finally set the toe on the go-kart. So but I got the cotter pins in, and the nuts and bolts tied down, and the tie rod set where I want them set up. can tell from that view, but we also got the seat strut bottoms installed. I think in the last video we talked about how one of the projects we're working on is installing the seat. That is not a quick attach and bolt in. You got to make sure that the seat there's no binds in the seat, so it takes some finessing and some work trying to get that installed. So right now I'm going to go ahead and say we got the seat strut bottoms installed. We also got the master cylinder cleaned up, so that's going to be ready to install here in a little bit. We got the brake pedal cleaned up. I painted this white last year, but careful. But I think I'm going to go with color gray. So got that cleaned up, getting ready to repaint that. Let's see, what we got next? Oh, check the air gap. So this was Blue and I, we spent about an hour looking for this sucker the other day. That's what I was talking about earlier, digging through the storage unit. Check the air gap in here. It is a little bit out of tolerance, so I'm going to have to figure out how to adjust that and get it back in tolerance. We also got the flywheel cover removed from the engine. So we're going to get that cleaned up and do some other checks on the engine now that that's pulled off. For the engine mount, we also got the engine mount studs removed. So we're working on taking the engine mount apart so we can get that cleaned up. Also got the overflow, what do we call it? They call it the breather catch can. We got the fittings pulled off of that. It's really, I was starting to say overflow. It's for like exhaust overflow, oil coming out of the engine. Because an engine's got to be able to breathe. Sometimes it spits a little bit of oil out, and by regulation you got to have something to catch that oil. It's usually just a spray, but still, track still wants you to have something to catch that oil. And then finally, what we got here is we went through for the last races to my Micron 4 and pulled remaining data from the micrometer and got those added to our notes to make sure that I got all the notes captured from last season, so I can work on getting those printed out. And I don't know, at the tracks we're going to race at here in Virginia, I don't know how good those notes are really going to do me, but I still want to have them down. It's just something to rely back on and just to compare and see. So yeah, that's pretty much the work that we have had accomplished. Really over about the last week, I spent about 1 week clearing we had this whole room just full of stuff. I cleared most of the stuff out of this room and got the cart stand set up. That was some work getting it set up, and got the cart on here, and now it's starting to get the ball moving with pieces on the cart. So that's pretty much the state of operations and where we are in the progress. Upcoming things, I kind of touched base on it, working on drivetrain stuff, trying to get the seat installed, and getting the storage shed cleaned up a little bit. But other than that, hopefully we'll be racing here within the next couple months. I really don't have a hard timeline for getting back to the track. We're just giving it a few more weeks and see where we're at. So again, hopefully next month we'll be making an announcement on a primary sponsor. Again, I want to thank Tubi Gyms for their continued support. I do want to thank again Lynn for all his help back in High Point, and Lynn Beck for all his help back in High Point that he gave us working on the go-kart and helping me get some stuff moved up here. And I got to also thank Tad. Even Tad, he comes down here while he's moving tools around and moving parts around and touching and grabbing everything. He has helped with turning some bolts and some wrenches and holding a wrench a time or two. So I got to thank little Tadpole for his help. And last but not least, I got to thank Blue for her help with moving stuff around and also for filming this video. So that's pretty much all we got now. Hopefully next month we got some more, show a lot more progress. No, not hopefully. Next month we will show a lot more progress of where we're at. And until then, y'all have a good one. Happy Memorial Weekend for everybody. Let's remember the fallen soldiers. And we'll see you next month.